Hi guys, I just want to show you how to add new stuff like the walls to the game. So basically I downloaded the walls that Tolkien made for bathrooms. So it's different on each platform, but on Linux you just go to the data folder and then streaming assets. Um, and then the walls go in, well, all of the game's data goes into game data except for the audio goes in there. Um, But then over here, it doesn't really matter where anything is. I just made this walls folder, and this is where I downloaded this bathroom tile file to. I renamed it to bathroom tile. Not sure what it was called before. So then you can have all of these JSON files. You can make a new one or just use an existing one. So basically, I've been using this one called wallthemes.json, and yeah, so basically JSON looks like this. You've got these curly brackets to open a new definition of an object or a group of properties or something like that. And you've got these square braces, which is a list. So basically for wall themes, there's this property that I made called wall themes, just like this. And then you can drop as many themes in here. So you could just add another JSON file with the same sort of list like this. Or you could just edit this one and just add the new one in here. So that's what I'll do now. So just start by copying an existing one. Just make sure it doesn't end on a comma, and there has to be a comma between the previous item in the list and the new one. Then you come up with a name. So I'll just call this one bathroom tile. The capitalization isn't important. I just sort of stick with a convention. Then that image I think was called bathroom. It's in wall slash bathroom tile. The relative pathing doesn't work that well yet, but they just take it relative to the game data folder at the moment. So basically this wall's bathroom tile. Okay, so now we added a wall theme, and for the game to start using that you need to add it to a room theme. So basically that's also just here, room themes. Yes, that's this file here. So these are the existing ones. Again, you can just copy an existing one, just make sure there's going to be a comma there, paste it in there. Alignment doesn't really matter, but I'm just tabbing it there so it's a bit neater. And then once again, just make up a name that hasn't been used yet. So I'll just call this bathroom theme 1 if we have a few. Floor tiles. Yes, okay, so floor tiles, let me just quickly jump to that. So there will be something called tile types.json. These are all the tiles in game. So it's always just a name that you make up, and then a way to load a sprite for it using the asprite export. And you can also have these weighted sprites, is basically when it uses sort of a random one, and it'll use this weight as odds for which one of these asprite tags it's gonna pick. But obviously we're not adding any new tiles in here, so I guess we'll just take an existing one. For bathrooms we might want white tile. I'm not actually sure what this is. I guess we just have concrete. Whatever, I'm just going to take concrete. So in this new room theme I added, okay, we're already using concrete. And then the wall, actually see I'm not consistent with my capitalization either. Anyway, so with the wall themes, I added this bathroom tiles. So that's one of the types of walls you can get. If you wanted to randomly choose, you could just as a list here just add more, but for now I'm just going to stick with just this. And then so basically now we've added a theme that you can apply to a room. So now you're looking for room types. There's a few here, but I guess this was getting a bit messy. It still is quite messy. but I thought of a different way to group it. So I think in here I added, at some stage I added a buildings folder with houses.json, and there's two in here. This is just like a debugging house that I'm using, this house 2, and house, just plain house is the normal one. I'm guessing this is more of a commercial bathroom style anyway, but I'll just put it in here for now. So it has these okay, this is building themes. We're looking for the actual bathroom. So house bathroom, that's a room type that you can find in the house building. So I think it's defined in here. It can be defined in any of the JSON files, which is where I need to think about how to keep things tidy. But yeah, here's the themes. So I think if you look at we've got, okay, so the current themes are concrete and white tiles. It's kind of weird. I guess this is an old theme that's not used anymore. So I guess the bathrooms always use this. I don't know, something doesn't seem quite right, but okay, yeah, so I guess it'll use this mostly. But yeah, now we added this one, so we can let this bathroom use this theme instead. So basically what should happen now is when it spawns a house, where's there? Okay, so these are the themes that are sort of valid for this building, and we haven't listed that in here. So basically what will happen is it's gonna see, well, maybe it's gonna take all of these themes that's valid for the house, and then when it generates the house bathroom, no, house bathroom, it's going to compare it to these themes, and if any of them overlap, it's basically going to choose a random one between all the themes that overlap. But currently none overlap, so if everything works right, I still have to test this, but it should then use the rooms theme because there's no match. So it has to either pick house or rooms, but I decided it'll make sense to just use the rooms theme in that case. Just to make clear what I mean by the overlaps. So for this house, there's also, for instance, this modern theme that can apply to a house. So if we go to the bathroom and also add this to the list of themes that can work for a bathroom, when it compares the list of themes for the house, which is basically wood, fancy wood, modern and poor, and it compares it to the house bathroom theme 1 and modern, it's going to see the only overlapping one, the only overlapping theme is modern, so it will always just spawn bathrooms with that. So that's basically that you can define sort of towns with a specific theme of buildings, and you'll also then have rooms that match that theme. But in some cases we might, decide that some rooms, I guess, should have an exception to that, like maybe this bathroom in this case. Guess I still need to think about this a bit more once we start adding more themes and stuff, but for now I think this works okay. So to test it, I guess let's just see if that worked. Did I save everything? Looks like it. It's gonna create a new world. Now I need to find a house with a bathroom. Nah. Okay, I guess that didn't work. Fuck. Oh wait, this one worked. Okay, that's good. Not sure why this one... Guess something that doesn't really work yet, because it should always just take the bathroom theme, but it looks like it's choosing, I guess, between the house's wooden theme and the room's theme. Anyway, that's how it works, more or less. So I guess it's another bug to fix. Yeah.